What's up, guys? Vilify here. We're back for Red Zone Stage 6, and if I sound a little under the weather, I am. So we're going to go ahead and bang this out, but we're going to go ahead and be taking at Stage 6 of the GT Red Zone. This comes with Part 3 of the 7-year anniversary, and one thing that you can do in theory is you can run the 3-year Easy A's, and that might make your life a little bit easier. So you got to remember that this stage is kind of like Helly's in a way, where the typing just changes consistently, not every turn. Yeah, you see, I'm already getting built up. I gotta power through this. This is my flu game. So, one thing, like I said, the typing is going to change with each boss, because this is like this is one of those stages where you're not really fighting the same boss with different different transformations. You're fighting the different bosses of like the Shadow Dragons, right? And then you get up to, I forget, I think it's Nova or Ice first or last, and then obviously the next stage is the big boy that everybody is kind of hyped up for. If you are ready and you've beaten them all up to this point, congratulations, but I assume if you're on this video, you have not beaten this one yet. So let's go ahead and talk about what you should probably be doing. I'd say you should run a Fused Fighter / GT Hero team, and if you want to copy the build I am doing, you might want to wait until Part 4, so that way you can have the Super Saiyan 4 Easy A's, which proved to be very, very beneficial on this specific run. Now, with this one, like I said, the typing is just constantly changing, so it's kind of tricky to kind of stay in a spot where you want to run like a physical rotation, and you want to have Super Saiyan 4 Goku linked up with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so that way, when we do get to that STR portion, we can go ahead and rip it a new one. So that's one piece of advice I can give you. Make sure that, if you do have the 7-year LRs, you stack them up as quickly as possible. Try and get them ready to go so you can fuse as soon as possible. I don't remember if this is a no item run or not, but if it is, I guess that's cool, but I'm not really too concerned about a no item run for these Red Zone guides. It's just nice to throw it in the title, like, whoa, no item run. Here's how to beat it, guys, with no items. So if I beat it with no items, you can definitely beat it with items. So, excuse me, we're kind of just playing with that. I'm trying to stay focused here and locked in, but this COVID is kicking my ass. I don't think I can say that word on YouTube. I might have to censor that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but it's a thing. I'm not spreading any information or anything like that. I just happened to get diagnosed with it, but I'm all right. Just a little under the weather, right? It's just like being like regular sick right now. It's just my head hurts a little bit more than usual. But enough about me. Here is, we saw that we did take like 250k from a super right there, so we are in a little bit of trouble. But what we are banking on is the Vegeta or the Gogeta transformation at some point with the Tech Goku and Vegeta. That's going to kind of help us bang this out and get it done quickly. I was hoping when I loaded this video up, it's like, oh, I hope I did the commentary for it. And then I looked at it and I didn't do commentary for it. So I got to go ahead and do this back. I did this one a couple weeks ago. So, I wanted to make sure that I got ahead. Fusing into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta so we can go ahead and really start getting to work, get that, make sure we get the 18 key for the nullification on that attack on Vegeta. And then what we're hoping for is that it is a super. We are praying that we do nullify the super attack. We didn't get the super attack nullification, so, 382k with type neutral with Gogeta, so, they are penetrable. They're not invincible, as you might have been led to believe. They can take damage, especially if they get caught, so, it is what it is, but he looks all right. I mean, obviously, we went ahead and did a lot of damage and nullified a attack, so not a super, unlucky, but, we can go ahead and afford to take 2 supers here because of the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Easy A. We just have way more defense than we usually have, so, we brought AGL Super Vegito because he is a nice little defensive option that you can throw in the first slot, and try and tag some supers. I think right here, yeah, I was thinking, like, do I get ballsy? And then I was like, no, I can't do that. So I bring out the blue boys, I bring out, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then I do the active skill with Goku, just to try and butter her up a little bit, so that way this turn we are done with this specific phase. And then we got 15 orbs with a bunch of damage reduction because we have rainbow orbs, so now we are looking really, really good. This rotation is looking solid. You can see only 2k right there from a normal. That's not bad in the red zone at all. When you have 700, 800,000 HP, you can afford to take a couple normals, right? Like, that's fine. But, the problem arises when you're taking, 55, 60k in normal. So, yeah, you can see we're cooking right now, but we have taken a little bit more damage than I would have liked to have taken at this point. But, we got to do what we got to do. Let's see. So, yeah, we're still at like 230k HP. It's like we just essentially just can't get caught. And if we don't get caught, we're good. And right there, perfect. We needed that counter so bad. And that's before we did any damage. So, boom. Yep, and then we get to go ahead and smack him up like that. And we are really moving. So, let's continue the game. We're about halfway through at this point. We need double supers, we need triple supers, we need all of it. So, I'm definitely glad to make sure that we have that. Let's go ahead and go boom. Yep, nullify him, get that free damage with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I think that was a 7 million attack stat. It's really small in Premiere, so if I'm off, I'm sorry. Boom, there we go. We have the defense we need, and then, you know, we're hoping for a double or a triple super here with Tech Gogeta just to kind of get that defense built up. So, there we go. You know, I'm going ahead and put this in 150% because this was like a 15-minute recording, and I don't want to waste your time too much. But if you want to go ahead and copy this team setup or use the 3-year ECAs, you're more than welcome to go ahead and do that, and I think it'll work out just fine. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This being sick is not fun. But, yeah, so right here is like where things get tricky, right? I'm like checking to see if we nullify the super, or are we just like, oh yeah, because I don't have any key, right? And what I'm thinking is like, I think if I get an additional, we'll kill before that super comes in, and that's kind of where I'm at, right? So boom, big crit, big counter. Yeah, we got lucky right there. We definitely needed that luck. So now we're definitely getting out of this turn and moving on to the next phase. I forget. I think this next phase is the STR one. This is where things get a little bit tricky. Just because the STR portion is like, you know, because we are basing our, you know, attack, our plan of attack. Yeah, so we do use a Whis right here. And I'm thinking, like, let's just double Whis it, play it safe. This with this type disadvantage, I am way too scared of taking a super and, you know, getting hit for like 500, 600k. Did the active skill with Gogeta, kind of buttering him up a little bit. And the next phase, essentially once we get there, we are ready to go. So we're almost done. You can see that we've, you know, the Dokkan attack's almost here. So that's kind of what we're aiming for. Dokkan attack in Red Zone is kind of rare though, so. Yeah, right here you see we did need the double Whis, otherwise we were dead, so you know, it was definitely a smart play on my end. Glad that we are able to get this one done, just so we can kind of go ahead and bang out the rest. All of them are already recorded, and they're going to be going up on the same day, so I am very excited about that. The anniversary is almost finished. We'll go ahead and do a video on Part EX when that happens. We'll go ahead and look at the Stage 999 EZA. The 999 stage EZA raid is like, you know, it's pretty crazy. You know, you really do have to be dedicated if you want to go ahead and bang that out, but I think it is a nice little crowning achievement if you do get it done. So props to anybody that does it early or gets it done, you know, within like a couple weeks or whatever. I did it in like, I think 3 or 4 days, but that was still a little bit slow compared to the people around me. But I was like, I just, you know, it's a mental grind to get to like 400 or 500 stages in a day of Dokkan. And, you know, especially when it gets hard towards the end. The big struggle is when you run out of friend supports and you have to start using 1000-day Goku, and he's taken 250, 300,000 per normal, and you just don't have a choice, right? Because nobody's running the friend supports that you need. So if you do have some friends, make sure you get in contact with them. Be like, hey, yo, I need a physical Sin or something, or not a physical Sin, like a physical Omega friend lead, or I need this and that, and you know. So here is where things get specifically spicy. I remember this now. We are hoping and praying that that super is not on Vegito, because, you know, that might do 700k without a Whis. So we were really, really hoping that that wasn't a super, and we ended up getting really lucky. And so now I think it's just a matter of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta doing his thing, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta doing his thing, and just kind of finishing this up. So let me know if you guys are having any trouble in the comment section below. This one might take you a couple tries just because it's a newer stage of the Red Zone, so, you know, you might not be completely accustomed to how it goes, but, you know, I think you should overall be okay. This one was, I think, the easiest of the bunch when it comes to the part 3-6, right? We'll call it. Just all of them at the same time. So now we have this Goku and Vegeta active skill. We got really unlucky. Do I save it? Why would I save it? Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, so we know we're hoping that Goku and Vegeta dodge, and you know we'll kind of wrap it home there. Let's see. So boom, yeah, 44k per normal. That's a lot. We'd probably die from a super, but 7.3 with an additional whatever, and we are probably all done here. So, like I said, let me know if you guys are struggling with this down below. I can probably help you, gotta get some team building going. You know, I always just want to talk with you guys and stuff like that, so I appreciate your time. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out when I post Dokkan content like this. Have a great day, everybody. I'm out.